Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good whatever time of day it may be for you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Layback Gamer, and we are back with Preview 3 of Anomaly. And I didn't mean for that to rhyme, or at least sound like it rhymed. Anyways, we're going to be, it looks like we're going to be talking about new rituals that we can perform, as well as the Followers of the Void. Now, I did a brief read through of this, or a brief look through, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not really that excited about this part. This part doesn't, it's not like the flesh beasts or the containment and the like there, where I was like, oh, this is cool, this is awesome. This one's like, yeah, it exists. And I think a big part of that is because I don't really use the stuff in, I don't really use the stuff in, I was trying to combine biotech and royalty together. I don't really use the rituals in ideology at all. Mainly, and the main reason for that is there's just the rewards for it are kind of terrible. It's something that, oh yeah, I have to now have my colonists do this. They take time out of their day when I could have them building the base, creating stuff, or getting ready to go to battle. Not really anything I care that much about. But we'll see. Maybe once I start playing with this, I might be more excited for it. So, anyways, cult rituals. Rituals were introduced in the ideology expansion, along with followers of different ideologies and religions to gather for ceremonies that would have social effects. Rituals in Anomaly are similar but go further, drawing upon the psychic power of a dark architect to twist the laws of physics. Yeah, can we get more information about the dark architect? That part I'm interested in. I'm interested in that. Your colonists aren't the only ones who can learn these rituals. A cult is formed that worships the insane machine mind. They will arrive and perform a number of rituals to attempt to destroy you. This is the only part about this that does excite me. It's our already. Let me try that again. These raiders, these cultists that come in and try to attack, they can perform these rituals, and that part I'm excited for. Go away. I don't really care about the rituals themselves. This is cool that our opponents can do this against us, and by all means, I am down for that. I just don't care about me doing this. Anyways, sometimes they will form a ritual circle and abduct one of your colonists by teleporting the victim to them, called skip abduction. Other times they will summon a horde of bloody flesh beasts to assault you. They may surround the colony entirely in a massive crowd, chanting dark tones. As I call forth the essence of hatred, these hate chanters will slowly drive your colonists insane until you go out to stop them. Basic rituals. Players can perform these same rituals and many more. To perform these, you need a ritual spot. If you can surround it with hideous bioferrite sculptures of the void and architect shard beacons. Alright. That's interesting. Is this? No, this is the... I would think this is the bioferrite stuff. No, that's the bioferrite sculpture. Maybe these are those, architect shard beacons. Anyways, so much the better. That, proper wording there, or maybe I just read it wrong. Anyways, and dress your worshippers in a ceremonial hood or cultist mask to fit the void aesthetic. Beyond the two basic rituals the cultists can perform, the player can perform draw shambler, draw animals, and void provocation. Regional rituals. These rituals are like listening to a motivational speaker, but with even more soul-destroying. There are pleasure pulses, neurosis pulse, and blood rain. Pleasure pulse is the simplest, like a region-wide psychic emanator. It makes your your psychically sensitive colonists happier. However, unlike the emanator, it reduces the desire to work. So sort of, you can now you can now have hey, everybody's feeling upset, let's, when we want to, perform a dark ritual, and now everybody's happier. It moves slower, but that's a okay trade, I guess, for being able to do one of those whenever you want. The neurosis pulsar is an inverse of the pleasure. I said pulsar. I meant to say pulse. Is an inversion of the pleasure pulse. It drives your psychically sensitive colonists so that they work faster. My brain's not working at the moment. However, it also irritates them while decreasing their need for recreation, meaning that they are more likely to have a mental break. Use with caution. The Blood Rain is a dangerous ritual. It causes a blood-like psychofluid to fall from the sky that exposes animals and humans into a berserker frenzy. Be prepared if you who must use this, putting all but the psychically deaf under shelter. I'm wondering if this would have any... if you can make it so that sangophages are immune to this. I would think that they would actually like a blood rain to come down. That could be wrong, but just saying, they probably would like it. Wondering if that's how another tie that this could have to some of the other DLCs. Individual rituals, like skip abduction, many of the more horrible rituals require a living human target. These are imbue death, refusal, psychopathy, chronopathy, philopathy, and brainwipe. Imbue death links an individual with the void, preventing their final death. They still need to die for it to work, but it will bring them back near instantaneously in good physical condition. It does have side effects, however, notably the psychological impact of having died, and it wears off with use. Alright, so is this something you can recharge? That's an if it's not, I actually would prefer if it's something you can't recharge. That way it's like, oh, my colonist died. Well, I guess I'll revive him for the umpteenth time. I'm wondering if the mood would stay permanent or if it would go away. I imagine it would probably go away. Maybe. We can see by the photo clearly by it wears off with use, as in the imbue death refusal wears off with use. But I'm wondering if the mood debuff is the same. Probably is. Anyways. The three phagy rituals all have similarly cruel effects. With the psychophagy, the invoker steals the victim's physical sensitivity. Chronopathy steals their youth, aging them rapidly whilst the invoker becomes younger. And philopathy steals their wisdom, giving the evoker their best skill. All three cause brain damage, put the victim into a coma for several days. Think about what you're willing to do to a prisoner before using these. Alright, that's pretty interesting. We could see some of the other rituals down here. So you got Blood Rain, Brain Wipe, Chronopathy, Draw Animals, Draw Flesh Beasts, Draw Shamblers, Imbue Death Refusal, Neurosis Pulse, Philophagy, Pleasure Pulse, Provoke Pitgate. Okay, that I'm kind of interested in. Psychopathy. I'm pretty sure I'm saying this wrong. Skip abduction and void provocation. I wonder if with these tentacles here, if they've victims of void provocation. Anyways, Brain Wipe is the final ritual which erases a person's memories without giving them to the ritual evoker. Also, it doesn't give them to them. Given the many traumas a colonist can suffer in Rimworld, this is sometimes a blessing. They will forget them alongside any allegiance they had. This will also make any prisoners with it easier to recruit, even unwavering ones. However, like the phagy rituals, it can induce a long coma if the brain wipe ritual goes poorly. Almost time for Anomaly in the 1.5 update. It's a week away. We've got one more blog. I imagine this is probably going to come out over the weekend, and if not, I'd say Tuesday at the latest, so we'll definitely be covering that when it comes out. However, again, like I stated at the beginning, I'm not really excited about rituals. I'll give them a use and see if these ones I'd like to use a lot more, but given that I don't really use the ideology ones because they're more annoyance without anything good coming, or not a whole lot of good, at least in my opinion. I know some of the rewards can be quite good, but I just don't really care. Like, once you get enough people, you don't really want to get any more people. For me, at least, psychically recharging all of your colonists, rarely do I have many colonists that have psychic powers. At most, maybe 2, 3, and even then, I've often put them on heavy meditation. Or if I'm running with Caravan Adventures, one of them just recharges it passively. So, what's another one? Those are really the only two I can remember. That's how often I use them. I don't even remember all the rewards you can get from them. Oh, Goodwill to another faction. Yeah, I do. Oh, and discover an ancient complex. I guess the ancient complex can be good, but more often than not, I don't really find anything there like super exciting. Like, oh yeah, maybe I get some Glitterworld medicine, a bit of uranium, some plastic, and I'm pretty sure it's because I play heavy modded. I'm sure it would be a lot better if I didn't play with all the mods that I have, but still, I don't really use the ideology ones. I don't think they're that great for a reward. So I'm unsure if I'm going to use the... Now, I could be completely wrong. These could be amazing. And I would definitely be interested in trying out... Now I'm going to end up having a colonist where... Okay, so to combine everything together. You have colonists with royalty expansion. They're going to be a royal. With the ideology expansion, they're going to be the high priest or what it... Not the leader, but the kind of religious, the high religious role. They're going to be a Sangiphage. They're going to be a Xenohuman. They're going to be a Mechanidor, and now they're going to be a ritual, like a horror ritual master, or whatever, like the High Cultist. That's a lot of titles we're giving this. Oh, and also bionically infused. So, yeah. That's kind of all I have to say about this. It was a very short one. I was hoping for something longer, but, you know, if we're going to save... hopefully we're saving some of the best for last. I mean, Flesh Beast was already pretty cool, as well as the containment facilities. I'm more curious as to see some of the creatures. We're just going to pop this one open. Specifically, I want to know what this... Oh, that's going to pop up on the other screen. Never mind then. I want to know what this here is. I'm starting to think that this is probably an altar for this dark Archotech god that is constantly being referenced. I'm thinking this is probably going to be the end game where we have to try and contact it, and maybe it does something similar to what the Archonexus does. Yeah, wondering on that. I'm curious on that one. Everything else. I'm hoping we get some information on that, because, again, I'm pretty sure we're getting another ending with this one. So, anyways, that's all for this update. Not a very long one, and thank you for watching. Comment. I've been enjoying engaging with everybody who's been commenting. Maybe I'm wrong about some of my initial thoughts with this, or about my thoughts on the ideology rituals. Do let me know in the comments. I'll happily have a discussion. And as always, until next time, take it easy.